With us today, Kalikesh Singh Deo, President of NRAI. Sir, welcome back to Trailblazers Conclave. आप पहले भी आ चुके हो, but how has this year been different? क्या changes लगे आपको?
Well, it's fantastic. This is my second year in Trailblazer. It's getting from better to better, and it's more exciting. The subjects, the panelists, the audience is much more engaged. And as technology shifts, as AI shift, you find more and more science behind sports coming out. And Borea's passion for sports and all sports, going beyond cricket, is fabulous. And his passion for sportsmen and women and of getting access and the correct coverage. I think event like Trailblazer plays an important role in ensuring that stars become stars.
Absolutely, sir, and that has been our motto. But coming to shooting the sport, this year is a very important year with the Olympic quotas being started, the Asian Games, World Championship, of course the much important Munich World Cup as well, and other events. How do you set this year for Indian shooting sport?
My goal for shooting sports has always been that we achieve the maximum quotas that we can for the coming Olympics. And we of course look at the Asian Games and give it the due importance. Going ahead, we have as many competitions in India which offer us quota position opportunities. So I think we are well on track with that. The Asian Games is coming up very soon. We have the first World Championship quota competition in November, just after the Asian Games. And then next year we have two quota competitions, the Asian Shooting Championship as well as the World Cup quota competition. And together they have 20 quotas. And our goal would be to try and get max our 24 quotas for India and ensure that the medals that we got last year in the Olympics in Paris, in Chateauroux, we beat that tally, not only in numbers but also in quality, and we go from the bronzes to the silvers and golds.
Absolutely, and in the last few years it has been a fantastic upward curve. If we consider maybe a decade back, what has been changed from the federation's perspective as well, that so many young talented shooters coming up. We have seen Suruchi perform last year, Arya and Simranpreet, then many more coming up in from Bengal as well. A few shooters are coming up. So what has been the change?
I think the depth of Indian shooting is really, it's gone very deep. You have almost 20,000 kids who play nationals now, going through the entire selection process of qualification of getting into national, from pre-district, district, pre-state, state, zonals, pre-nationals. So that's a huge bench strength we have. And given the fact that we have a deep bench strength, you find the team rotating very often. So it keeps our senior shooters on their toes and keeps the level of competition very, very high. I think that's a good thing for Indian shooting. And the fact that we are able to take our top shooters and give them what they want, what they need, and ensure that we give them the correct support, both in terms of technical as well as physical, mental support for them to be able to achieve their dreams and achieve India's dreams of winning medals, I think is a big task that we've set ourselves out to do. And hopefully we're on the right path. The results seem to indicate so.
Sir, you have been hands-on with the grassroots as well. In the panel discussion we had that many schools also have the facilities for shooting, and of course shooting is such a sport that requires a certain level of facilities and a range and all. But how do we expand it beyond a point, because still it's a very niche sport, to be precise, considering the whole entire population of the country?
Yes, you're right. It's not an easy sport to play. In the sense that you have to have a range, you have to have weapons, you have to have ammunition, and you have to have the correct environment and probably a trained coach to help you to start. It's not like soccer and cricket where you can play in your backyard. But having said that, lots more ranges have come up now. 17,000 ranges are registered with NRAI. We have many more schools coming up with ranges, and that's a breeding ground for our young athletes. I think the more and more education institution we encourage to take up the sport, the more and more rural we go with the sport, the better I think our results will be, because there's hunger in these young athletes who come from various backgrounds, and economic stratas and geographical regions. I think this hunger is what needs to translate into competitive spirit for winning medals. And our job as a federation is to ensure that we propagate the sport and make it more popular in the grassroots by holding many more events and competitions from a national perspective, and also encourage our state bodies to be able to do so from a state perspective.
So I'll come to that part of organizing more events, of course, with the shooting league, but I'll come to that. Just want to have a perspective, a question which I always had in mind. We have been doing great in shooting, but in rifle and pistol events, but shotgun perhaps have been an area where we can improve more. What's the difference that shotgun events need to be improved?
So shotgun needs a lot more, range arrangements. You need a trap and skeet range. The weapons are more expensive. The ammunition is more expensive. It's more controlled, and you need shooters. Now, traditionally in shotgun events, Europe has been and the US has been a better at shotgun events, and India has been a traditional rifle and pistol shooting area. However, it's changing. I think we came in number 4 position in the team in skeet last time in the Olympics, and we are winning our quotas in shotgun. So I think there is a change. We have a good set of coaching team we put together for the national high performance team, and we have young talented shooters who are coming up in shotgun also now. So it's it's work in progress, but we are hopeful that even shotgun will deliver results going ahead.
So your thoughts on the shooting league? How important can it be? Will it be?
I think shooting league will be a defining moment for shooting, not only in India but globally. I think as a sport, all sports now compete with becoming more popular, bringing new innovation, trying and reaching out to audiences which go beyond the usual fans of that sport. And that's where leagues can really help. I think leagues can generate interest, bridge divide between digital India and the youth with the sport of shooting. And going ahead, I think the league will provide a fabulous platform for our young shooters to have a financially stable platform to help them perform and play for much longer than their high performance life or the Olympic level life would allow them to do so. It also would allow our younger shooters to be able to play with the world's best on home grounds and get an opportunity for them to be able to do so.
And such leagues will also increase the visibility of the sport, which is perhaps very important.
Certainly. In fact, the league is going to make it more popular, it's going to make it more commercially viable, it's going to make it more fun, more entertaining. I think that's all part of all leagues as it should be. And for us, it's still on the burner, and we are hoping to roll it out very soon, and we look forward to having Revsportz there.
Of course, we do look forward. But coming to these Asian Games, how are the preparatory expectations? How are you looking as a federation president? What are the next steps that you look forward to?
So we had a good performance in Asian Games last time. We had a larger team. This time the team from a Japan organizing committee perspective has become slightly smaller. So the selection is becoming a little more complicated. But we are still hopeful of bettering our performance from last time. And we still hope to be one of the largest contributors to the medal tally that India has.
So your thoughts on the youngsters coming up? We have seen a few names in the 2025 season as well.
It's a fabulous event for any sport to have young 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids coming in and taking on the best in the country and defeating them and becoming number 1 in the world. I think that's a fabulous event to happen for India. And we've got that happening in our pistol and rifle categories. We have a very young team. We encourage young people to and give them opportunities to come onto the team and perform and make it to the national squad. And that's going to be our focus, because we need to ensure that our young athletes are not only ready for 2028 but also 2032 and 36. So we're looking at a younger and younger caucus every time. So
final few questions. Swapnil was in the podcast. We had a discussion with him as well. He was mentioning that the youngsters who are coming up, they are getting the facilities that from a very young age, which actually is helping them grow from a young age only. So how has NRAI been hands-on with the overall grassroots development as well?
So as the federation evolves, as the ministry evolves, and the support we get from various quota evolves, we are able to help our youngsters more and more when they, which maybe we couldn't do when 10 years ago or 15 years ago. But it's a good sign. I think, we need to catch them young and make sure that we prime them for competition as early as possible and let the best man win.
And so corporate support has improved as well?
To some extent. I think we are still seeking for more corporate support, but yes, shooting has increased in visibility, especially after our medal tallies in the last Olympic, where we won almost 50% of India's medals. And we are hoping that we get more and more support from corporate. The government's been a big help. It always is a big support. And I think shooting continues to be one of the most potential winning sports for medal tally for India, whether it is in Asian Games or in the Olympics, and we certainly hope that we can meet up their expectations.
So finally, could you please share a message for Revsportz and the
Revsportz has always been a great supporter of not only shooting but all sports, and it's fabulous that the Trailblazer Conclave is being held in Calcutta every year. It's getting better and better every year, and it's a great support for all sports and for the various actors and players which can go into supporting sports. I think it's a fabulous job by Revsportz and Boria.
Thank you so much, sir. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you, Ron.